Sincerely speaking, I think this Andrew Ochekwo's case has really just made us realize how laid back our police is. Yes, I mean, the police in Nigeria, our law enforcement system is very, very laid back. I'm not even gonna lie. Before I proceed into what I'm about to say, you guys know me. It's your girl, Jessie Rogers, here on The Kiwi Show. Before I proceed, how about you click the like button, subscribe, and of course, share to your friends. Now, this story, if you watched the first video, I made you people understand that it's tricky. It's very, very somehow. Seriously, it's very, very somehow. I don't know how many of you have heard of ORGAN harvesters. People who traffic humans' insides. That's really disgusting and weird, but yes, people do it and they're making a lot of money from it. I don't know how many of us remember the story of Madu, one of Nigeria's politicians, as a senator. He was in the UK, and the reason why he was accosted, the reason why he was actually sentenced and had a jail term was because it was outside this country. I don't know, I'm led to believe. In fact, I just believe it's not even about leading or feeling. If he were actually in Nigeria, he wouldn't have gone to jail, I tell you the truth. People who are in his field, people who do the kind of stuff he does. For example, the ones that are in Nigeria, I will not lie to you, they are doing really well. They're making money and the law is answering to them. They are literally above the law. What's the point of having the law anyways if anybody's going to be above it? Even the president of a nation should not be above the law of that nation. But that's not the case in my country. That's not the case in my country. Now, Andrew Ochekwo's case, I don't know if I remember, you guys remember the last video I did on it. You see, after everything happened, this man was accused of coming in contact with some ladies, some young girls, and at the end of the day, those girls weren't found. Most of the people he went out with were missing. The ones that survived, eventually, they had very horrible stories to tell. We remember the girl who went to see him in Port Harcourt. So when she escaped, she barely escaped with her life, and she went to meet the police. The police asked her for 200k. Excuse you, somebody. We're told the police is our friend, isn't it? These are supposed to be law enforcers in the country. I run to a police station looking like shit. My clothes are torn. I'm very skinny, close to the door of death, and I'm skinny and scraggy with injuries and bruises on my body, and I walk into a police station. I mean, I'm looking like I just came out of hell, and I explain to you my plight as police officers, proper police officers, even the ones that don't even have conscience. Let's say police people that don't have conscience. Let's say very corrupt police officers. When you're looking at somebody like that, where your common sense should tell you that that person does not have money anywhere. I mean, they are literally looking like shit, and they actually asked this girl for 200,000 naira. Where was she supposed to get 200,000? I mean, look at somebody that is about to die. You're telling her to give you 200k before you can do anything concerning the case, before you can investigate. I am literally traumatized whenever I think about it. Whenever I remember this story, I get really worried upstairs. I get scared. If something really bad happens to me right now, should I call the police? Would you advise me to call the police? I mean, here in Nigeria. Let me take you down this path, because I'm going to come back to the reason why I asked you this question, if I should call the police. Just hold on. Now, before I move any further, I hope you've clicked the like button and subscribed. Okay. Now let me move further. After Andrew died, that was when the matter escalated and everything. Like, everybody, oh my god, this guy is dead, because literally those girls that came in contact with him were missing. Okay, so he was literally the only person, the only clue we had to finding those girls, but he was shot dead. When was he shot dead? He was shot dead on his way to Abuja. Now, if you remember in the last video, I explained to you guys that he was in his car. A convict, like a suspect, sorry, not a convict, a suspect, all right? He's being transported from one police station to another police station, and he was in his car. What was he doing in his car? And then it's been brought to our notice that his personal car, that is his Mercedes, had a facial recognition and fingerprint shitty, all this personal bio stuff for his car to work. So they said the car stopped moving at some point and they needed him to make the car move again. So he had to come out of the car that's used to export criminals. He had to get down from that car, get into his own car, and make it work. Now, the police's testimony, the ones that were put in charge of Andrew, said that he got into the car, and then after he brought it back on, he tried to escape. In the bid to escape, he was shot. But guess who shot him? Vigilante. That's what the police said. The police said the vigilante of a particular community in Kogi State shot him. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you. Now, remember the first question I asked? If something bad happens to me, should I call the police? I'm gonna tell you what's up. I'm gonna tell you what the police did. I feel like police everywhere in Nigeria has a problem. I mean, even if we're corrupt, like, even if the corruption has really eaten deep into every part of Nigeria, remains small. Has everything really gone really bad? Why am I asking this? Now, before Andrew was moved, when they started moving him, because he was arrested in Abia State. Now, when the petition was made, before they even arrested Andrew, it was a hassle. The police were reluctant. So eventually, for the family of the girls that were missing and the friends, where by the time people pushed and put a lot of pressure, Blessing, the friend of the girls that were missing, made a petition to the head of police. So that was how they decided, okay, you know what, we're going to bring in Andrew from Abia State to Abuja. Now, the funny thing is, why were the police in Aba reluctant on arresting Andrew? The case was not moving when it was in Aba. The police weren't ready to do anything. Now, eventually, the matter got to Abuja, like the head of the police, and they were like, you know what, they're going to move this guy to Abuja. Why are they even transporting a suspect safe on the road? Why is it a road journey? There's just too many loopholes. There's just so many questions to be asked. Why is he being transported through road? Tricky thing. They got to Kogi, right? And it was a vigilante in Kogi that killed him. Now, that so-called community in Kogi State where Andrew was shot dead. After his body was found in the car, some people, supposed vigilante officers, were the ones that came to his car. This was the police's testimony. Came to his car and then they tried to take his gun, that they were struggling for who has the gun. Then all of a sudden we are hearing that 2 men have been in police custody in Kogi State. What did these 2 men do? The first one was interviewed and he had gunshot wound on his leg. His testimony was that he was driving past the black Mercedes, obviously belonged to Andrew. While he was driving past it, he saw that some men were gathered around, some people with guns or something like that. He saw them and tried to understand what was going on and he left. He tried to leave, or on his way leaving, the police or whoever it was, or the vigilante officers, they shot at him unprovoked, right? They shot his leg. So before I know what's happening, they took him into custody, saying they were going to question him. News is that dude has been denied treatment. He's still in police custody with his bullet wound. Why are they trying to make it look like is this people that did it or they shot Andrew? They're actually questioning him concerning Andrew's death. Like, seriously, he's just a passerby. The other man who was caught, that one kind of like put himself into trouble. The other man who was caught and is in police custody currently, he saw what was happening. He was at the site, like the whole Mercedes, like where the car was parked, right? And I think this was before the police came down, because he went to the police station to report what he saw. When he got to the police station, he brought a policeman back on his bike. He's a bike rider too. So he brought the police back on his bike. When they got back to the location of the incident, guess what my Nigerian police did? They told the man, hey bros, you know what? You follow us back to the station for questioning. You are under arrest. Since you were at the site, we need to question you. See, follow me. You want to question somebody, you want him to give his statement concerning a particular crime, or you saw somebody at the crime scene, right? As a police officer, you want to question, you want to investigate, you want to get somebody's statement. It is completely different from saying you're arresting somebody. You arresting someone is insinuating that he's a suspect of a particular crime. Why are you arresting somebody that came to report to you something happened here? Oh, why? I'm gonna be honest with you, this is not the first time. I promise you, I tell you the very truth, this is not the first time somebody tried to report a case to the police and got into trouble for it. So I ask again, if something serious were to happen to me, is it still safe? Is my country still safe? Can I still run to the police for help? Is police really your friend? I mean, look at the police running around concerning how Andrew died. Who shot Andrew? Why did they kill Andrew? Who are the vigilante? Like, look at what they're doing, right? Arresting any random person. Just arresting. We haven't found the girls. I feel so bad for the families of these poor girls. It's not just Celine and Afiba. The other girls that are missing, that's the first ones before Celine and Afiba that weren't found. What about them? Nobody's ever going to hear anything concerning them again. I really, really sincerely sympathize with the families of these people, like of these girls. I feel bad for them because here they are trying to trust the police to give them answers. Now, the head of police has come out to say that they're going to run a thorough investigation in the space of 2 weeks and then they're going to give us answers. Another 2 weeks? They ain't probably going to tell us another 2 weeks after this 2 weeks. I mean, like, guys, I want to know your honest thoughts. I want to know your honest opinions. What is happening? I know there's no part of the world you go to that you don't see corruption in its governing system. If you think about it, there is no country that is completely free of corruption. That's a lie. Now, I'm telling you, that's a fat lie. But still, there should be some level of control. I mean, we should still be able to hold some things together, put some things in check. Like, is there no humanity at all again? You're in power. There are people under you who are looking at you to protect them because you tax them, safe. yourself. People pay their taxes in this country. You tax them, you collect money for this, money for bill, money this bill for that, bill for that. Now the role you're supposed to play, you're not playing it. You're the police. You're the freaking police. You're the first security the people of the nation have. If you're disappointing, who's gonna do the job? Who's gonna do it? And if young people decide to rise up and do their thing by themselves, or maybe call out the police, it turns into rebellion. It turns into there's a revolt, or they are rebels, and you want to shun them. Before you know, they'll bring out tear gas. Will people complain if you're doing your job? I feel bad. I feel really, really bad about this situation. And for those of you who are like, oh, next time, girls, you people should learn from these stories so you don't go around doing a shady business and so that you don't get into trouble like this. Just shut up. No, really. Put that opinion, shove it down your throat. Because I don't believe that because somebody has chosen to live a wayward life, all right, let's just agree that they chose to live a wayward life. Does it mean they must die in a gruesome way because of that? Ask yourself. Why? They don't deserve that. They're not the first and they won't be the last. If ritualists, like, let them decide that it's only prostitutes that they're going to be using for rituals from now on, it won't stop the future prostitutes from becoming prostitutes. They film it. So let's just leave the whole blame game. There's some things that must not be supported. In as much as maybe doing the HOOKUP job is not cool, right? Is killing cool? Do two wrongs make a right? Because they're living a wayward life, therefore you now kill them. Does that make any sense? Andrew was a psychopath. I'll tell you that for free. And I'm not saying his soul ain't gentle, so he's not resting in peace. He will rest in pieces. That's if he's actually dead. I hope he's dead. No, seriously. Because why? Normal rich men, they can just decide, oh, I'm going to just have a night with this girl and that's it. That's the end. You don't have to hurt them physically. I mean, you guys, are you even feeling what I'm saying here? Gosh. I mean, this story is bad. It's very heartbreaking, and what the police is doing is even breaking my heart the more. I didn't even want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to talk about it no more. It's sad. It's sad. I just hope and believe that we can get better in this country. I just need you guys to see what's up. I just need you guys to see what's going on. Anyways, that's where I'm going to rest my case for today. That's where I'm going to end the story for today. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments. You know, show me what you got in the comment section. And until next time. Before that, why don't you click the like? If you like this video, click the like button. Please click the like button and subscribe and share to your friends. And of course, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section, as we always do here on The QE Show. This has been your favorite girl, Jessie Rogers. And until next time, bye-bye.